Happy New Year everyone, and welcome to my 2020 Road to Softcap and Beyond series. So I did mention yesterday, just before New Year hit, that I would be releasing a new series starting from the 1st of January, and this is going to be it. So there are multiple reasons why I'm doing this. I'm not going to go into them in this video, but if you want to ask the questions, go ahead, I'll answer it in the comment sections, that's not a problem. But let's start off with the goals for this video series and what I'm looking to achieve. So to start with, I'm going to be playing on the EU servers, and I'm going to be playing as 100% free to play. So I'm not going to be spending any money on this game past the initial investment, which was £26. That was the deluxe edition and an extra 1,000 pearls. I'll go into detail on why I did that a little bit later on in the videos, but to start with, that's all I'm going to be spending on here. Now I want to effectively build a completely free to play account capable of being competitive. This means being able to play in the top siege guilds on the server without having to invest money in the game. It is possible, it's definitely doable for everybody out there, so I'm going to be showing you how to do it in this video. Each one of the videos is going to follow the same sort of format, where I'm going to set out the goals that I'm looking to achieve and then how I went about achieving those goals. This is going to be something that you can follow along with whether you're a new player or whether you're an experienced player just looking to push your gear and progress in the game. I'm also going to be 100% transparent on how I'm enhancing, how I'm making my income, and teaching you how to do the things that I'm doing. That means I'm not going to be hiding any of my income sources. There will be a slight delay on the videos so that I do manage to profit from these before I release them, but it won't be anything huge. Now for those of you that know about the game and are experienced in BDO, this will be huge for people that struggle to make money, because people that can earn a lot of silver in this game can get very strong. And people are very reluctant to share the ways that they earn money in the game, but this is something that I'm looking to do to help the community and help to build the player base as well. The final thing that I'm looking to do is keep the videos consistent and entertaining. So I've been very inconsistent over the last couple of months. As you'll know, having a newborn child working full-time has caused me to pretty much drop off the face of the earth. I'm going to be a lot more consistent, looking to upload multiple videos a week and also cover a lot of new things. I'm going to be releasing guides that go into detail on how I've been doing certain things in the game, as well as covering new content as it gets released. But anyway, let's get into what I was doing on the first day, my goals for the first day of this brand new account, and what I was looking to achieve and what we actually did. So on day one, myself and Mike set ourselves 3 reasonably easy to achieve goals. We wanted to set up a great foundation for money making and start energy and contribution gains early, set up the initial nodes that we were going to need to progress and start to roll and level our workers, and also to hit level 50 and complete the Balanos, Serendia and Calphian quest lines. There's a couple of reasons for that, but it's mainly because of the contribution points and the gear that you're going to get from completing the quest lines. Coincidentally, we started this account the day before the patch. Now the patch has actually amended a lot of the quest rewards that you get and made it a lot easier to gear, and that will become more apparent as we go through the video series. But to start with, on day one, we created all 6 of our characters and we made them all the same class. This is for future fail stacks from the Valencia questline, but ultimately, as long as I made the first initial 6 characters to begin with to start the energy gains on all of those characters, that was the main reason for making them. After spending some of the energy on 2 of the mooses though, I did go back and delete them, and I'm going to be creating 2 shies, and this is going to be quite pivotal to some of the money making strategies that we're going to be using moving forwards. But anyway, to start with, we just played through the main storyline. We did all of the main story quests right the way through until we hit Velia, making sure that we didn't do any of the side quests that give experience. We want to save them because that's going to push us from 56 to 59 in a very short space of time without needing to grind. And this is huge when it comes to the fact that we have very limited or next to no gear. So we did the story quest, we went right the way through to the Velia region. Once we hit Velia, we stopped the quest line dead there and we went about collecting all of the knowledge from all of the NPCs. This gave us around 43 or so energy and allowed us to start rolling workers. Now what we also did is, when we were AFK, because we decided that we were going to cook for CP, we used the initial money that we had from rewards and from logging calendars and just from leveling rewards to buy fruit from Calphian and start cooking essence of liquor so that we could start gaining CP contribution hand-ins very early. This is one of the reasons why at the end of the first day we were able to get close to 100 CP. Now it's worth noting as well that when we were cooking, we weren't committing to a single character, so I was switching from character to character depending on what the energy pools were like, so that my alternate characters were getting more energy in a much quicker time frame. And this was all fundamental to how we were able to progress really quickly in the first day. But once we'd done all of that, we started to re-roll the workers and we set up the lodgings in Velia. Now, I did recently do a video that is essentially the entire base node setup that we currently have. I'll put a link to it in the description, and also the exclamation mark on the video will take you through to that. But we set up the initial Velia nodes, we set up the grape node over in Olvia, and we set up the honey node in Heidel. And we did that for Imperial delivery hand-ins that I'll be starting to do as of day 2, and also for the fact that the grape node at Olvia is going to mean that we don't have to buy fruit from Calphian anymore to make essence of liquor, and we're going to be able to cook whenever we're AFK for those CP hand-ins early on. So this is something that was key to starting off as we mean to go on with building CP and starting with life skilling. Now after that, we then went to Cron Castle and we actually just popped our 200% experience buff, along with Mike using a combat scroll and myself, I just used the priest buff, and we just hit grinding from level 14 to level 50. Now for those of you that don't know, Cron Castle is insanely good because it gives you static XP gains all the way up to level 50. Even at level 49, Cron Castle gives you around 1% per mob, and it gives an insane level of skill point experience. So this was huge. This allowed us to get to a higher than normal level of skill points at the point we hit level 50. And then from level 50 onwards, we just went through the main storyline. So we just hammered out all of the main quest line. We went all the way from Velia, through Heidel regions, through Serendia and over to Calphian, did all of those quests and make sure that we picked everything up. By the time we left there, I was around level 52. I had more than enough CP. I was close to 100 CP because of the AFK cooking that I was doing in between the playing and also all of the quest CP. I had the weapon that you can rent from Calphian, the Kaya blade. This is a very good weapon, and I was on around 100 AP at that point in time, but obviously limited by my DP. From there, we got ready for day 2. So we started to set up the nodes in the Heidel region. We started to look at the niches in the market and where we wanted to start making money, and we've got an idea of what we're going to be doing over the next couple of days. And then we also rolled workers. So I rolled a professional human and a bunch of green humans in Heidel. I've got goblins on the grape node and the honey nodes because I can keep them working pretty much non-stop thanks to remote play. So those guys are going to be gathering those materials which I need in abundance as quickly as possible. But that was essentially the first day. There wasn't a lot to it. We didn't do a lot. We didn't stress on leveling. We didn't try and push as high a level as we could. We do have sort of a plan for the next 7 days that are based off the events that are currently going on in game. And these events are going to be absolutely phenomenal for the progression of this account. We've timed it so that there are enough days left on the rookie calendar. Well, there's always enough days on the rookie calendar, but the current login calendar and also the Christmas 7-day calendar, which gives you a Desert Fox pet along with some inventory space and a bunch of other freebies on there. And the other thing as well is that there's currently events going on in the game that's going to give us a free costume, and it's going to give us another pet as well. So by the time we hit the end of Medaya and pick up the third pet that you can get from the quest lines, which again I'll put a link to in the description, we're going to be able to have, I think it works out, we'll have 7 or 8 pets. We'll have a free costume as well, which means don't need to buy a costume. And thanks to some of the changes in the game, I already have close to 70 inventory spots on my main character, which is absolutely huge. And this is all from the patch notes and things that have just happened in the game, and what they've recently done to try and help progress newer players and people looking to switch characters and return to the game. So that being said, the Musa as it currently stands at the end of day 1 is level 50, and thanks to the quest lines, oh sorry, it's not level 50, it's level 52, and thanks to completing all of the quest lines, it's got around 110 AP and 130 DP. Terrible stats, not really ready for Medaya, but it will be shortly. The main thing to take away from this though is it has close to 70 inventory slots without using any other inventory gains, anything from the login calendars or anything from the Pearl shop. I have almost 100 CP and I'm sat on around 70 energy because I stopped gaining energy because I wasn't picking up the exclamation marks around the map as we were going through the quest line. The reason for this is that I'm going to pick them up as I go back and do the 56 to 59 grind. but ultimately that's something that I should have really done on day one, but I just got really sick of what I was doing and wanted to progress through the quest line. Overall, I'm pretty happy with where the character is. Looking forward to the freebies that we're going to get from the login calendars and all of the free stuff that we're going to get from the events. I think that this account's going to be off to a really good start. Not going to be an issue with pets. Granted, they are going to be a lower tier, but with a little bit of luck on the RNG, I should end up with some T2s or T3s and be ready to start grinding Valencia over the next couple of days. Once I hit the second video in the series, I'll be going over what we did to make a lot of money in the first couple of days. So actually already a little bit ahead in this series, I have managed to start playing for the second day and start recording some of the footage. So I have actually managed to level up a little bit more, earn a lot more money, and I'm starting to look at gear progression. So I'll cover all of that in the second video. Anyway guys, if you have any questions or anything that you want me to cover in the video series, please drop it in the comment section. If you like the format of the video, let me know. If there's something you think I should change or anything that should be done differently, then again, just let me know that. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.